Hola, bienvenidos a la clase de español. Hello and welcome to our first Spanish lesson.
Hello. Hi.
How are you doing?
Uh, I'm good, and you?
Also good, thank you. So we will start off with just some words that are probably useful if you're ever going to Spain or you meet a Spanish-speaking person. So the first polite things that you can say. If you take a look at these words, does maybe one of them sound already familiar? Have you heard one of them?
Gracias. I think that's thank you.
Awesome. Yes, exactly. Gracias is thank you. You can already hear you said it very correctly in the way Spanish-speaking people from Spain say it. They would say gracias. Because I speak more Latin American Spanish, I say gracias. Very well. Something else
Does
that you
that matter?
Yeah, you have to decide kind of which dialect you would like to speak, but we don't
So,
have to do
so,
that now.
so if I'm saying gracias, it's more for South America,
Exactly.
and gracias is more for Spain.
Yes, generally speaking.
So the Spanish also say Ibiza, right?
Yes,
So
exactly.
does that mean South American will say Ibiza?
Ibiza.
Ibiza, okay.
Yeah, like a sharp S. Ibiza, gracias. I will sometimes exaggerate a bit with my speaking so you hear the difference.
Okay.
Right. Okay, so the answer you would give to gracias, which is thank you, in English obviously is what?
You're welcome.
Yes, exactly. You're welcome. And in Spanish, we would say either for Spain, de nada,
Okay.
or for South America, con mucho gusto.
Okay.
Would you like to
Right.
repeat that for pronunciation?
De nada
Mm-hmm.
con mucho gusto.
Awesome. Amazing. So there's a little difference in the translation. De nada is like no problem, like from nothing. We will say no problem. And
All
con
right.
mucho gusto is way more with the heart, you know, it's like um
Passionate.
it's more passionate. So with a lot of liking in the literal translation. So that one we would really translate with oh, not this one. You're welcome, right?
All right. So de nada is no problem. Con mucho gusto is you're welcome.
Yes.
Okay.
So if I say now, if you did something for me and I say, gracias, what would you answer?
Con mucho gusto oder de
Mm-hmm.
nada? Okay.
But you would have to choose both of them together. It's kind of weird. So that's either or.
Okay.
Right. Do you, yeah, I wanted to give you the benefit of the doubt. Do you know any other word, or can you imagine what one of them means? Maybe they sound a bit similar to English or look a bit similar. One of them.
Adios is goodbye. Por favor, I think it's please.
This is
Perdón sounds English, so it would probably be pardon.
pardon.
Hasta
Yeah.
luego. Hasta luego is like, I don't know, see you again.
See you later. Yeah.
See you later. Okay.
Awesome. Now you were so fast already. Let's jump back to the first. Yes. So por favor is please.
Yeah. Lo cineto, I don't know.
Lo
Never.
siento. So when you wherever you have an I and E in combination, it's like yeah, siento. That's
Okay.
that's when you apologize. So this is when you say I'm sorry.
Lo siento.
Lo
Okay.
siento.
Lo
Exactly.
siento. Okay.
And there's a difference, and I guess you can explain that to me maybe. What's the difference between lo siento and perdón? Because it's the same that we have in English as well.
So I'm guessing I'm sorry is to apologize, and pardon would be I didn't understand you.
Yes, for example, but also I have always the nice explanation to the both of them. If we're in a store and there's a line of people and I'm bumping someone, then I obviously say lo siento. But
Ah,
if I just
you
want to
wouldn't
go,
say pardon.
no, there I wouldn't say perdón. I would rather say perdón if I want to go through the line or just, pass by, then I would tick them on the shoulder maybe or say, perdón, perdón. ¿Puedo ir? Can I go? So that's more, hey, sorry. And exactly what you also said. That's totally correct. And if I really want
Oh,
to apologize, so I'm going to write this down. This is the apology one,
okay.
right? And yes, you have here two different ways of saying goodbye, see you later. We also have even more in Spanish, but I would say hasta luego is like the most common one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. But I'm just giving different options so you can also decide for yourself which one is easier to learn and start off with that one.
Okay. Adios, hasta luego. I'm guessing, yeah, okay. See you later or goodbye is more definite.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly. Very good. And the next ones, can you imagine what that means, or is it totally unfamiliar?
I think good day.
Yes, exactly. So this is literally good days, but we use it to say good morning
Okay.
and also just good day, or I mean, we wouldn't say good day in English, but it's for like you can say it in the morning, that's more specific, and you can also use it for the whole day. What would you think buenas tardes means?
I'm saying buenas noches would probably be night. So I'd say that one is afternoon, not because it makes sense, but because of logic of how you
Yes,
laid it
good.
out.
Yes, so literally it's good later. And this one is actually also used for good day in the afternoon. Very correct.
Buenas tardes. Okay.
Buenas tardes and buenas noches is good night or good evening.
Okay.
That depends a bit of the interpretation, which time exactly. If you want to avoid all that specific morning, afternoon, night, then you can also just say buenas.
Buenas, just buenas at
Mm-hmm.
every given time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All time,
Nice.
pretty much. Okay, so what I would suggest, if you don't have any questions to these words, just read them out loud again. So you train the
With the
pronunciation.
translation,
No need if you want to, how you feel comfortable.
okay. Gracias. Thank you. De nada. No problem. Con mucho gusto. You're welcome. Por favor. Please. Lo siento. I'm sorry. Perdón. Pardon. Hasta or hasta?
Hasta. So the H is not pronounced. Very good question.
Hasta luego. See you later. Adios. Goodbye. Buenos dias. Good morning. This one's written a bit buenas. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so buenos dias, but you say buenas tardes.
Yeah.
Buenas tardes, good day. Buenas noches, good night.
Yes. With the O and the A, that's something we would talk about a bit later on. That's masculine and feminine, but very good.
Right. Some pronouns.
No, not directly, but yeah. So this is all the useful words. Do you have another one that comes to your mind where you say, this is the one I really want to know? Just a word. Is that pretty much covered?
Like hello? Wouldn't that be the first
Awesome.
thing you
Yes, totally. Very
address
right.
yourself?
That would be this.
Hola. Okay. Hello.
Hola. Mm-hmm. Exactly. That was
Hello.
so obvious to me that I didn't even write that down.
All right. Hello. Then my name is Rudy. Would
Right.
probably be
Oh,
the first.
we're going to come to that just now. This
Okay.
one was more about useful words. Now we're going to go to useful phrases. So I'm just
Okay.
scrolling down.
Okay. Okay.
So this is
All right.
like a little introducing conversation already.
What about help?
Oh, that's very good. Yes, help. That's ayuda.
Ayuda.
Yeah,
I.
if you would scream it, then you would just scream ayuda.
Okay. Ayuda. Ayuda. Okay. Probably the one I need the most in life. I don't know. Ayuda. Yeah.
Ayuda. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes. So then we're coming to the first conversation. There we have the hola.
Okay.
And this is the one I didn't write the translation because I thought maybe I'd ask you first what you think maybe this could mean. And we're gonna first just read it. I'm gonna be A, you're gonna read B.
All
Hola,
right. Hola.
¿cómo estás? ¿Qué tal?
Estoy bien.
Mhm.
You too, bro.
Awesome. No, you did it already correctly. Estoy bien también. What do
How
you
do
think
you
that?
even how do you even write a question mark upside down? No, I don't know how to do
No, you have to have a Spanish you have to put your what is that called? Um where you write on the laptop, you have to put it in Spanish.
into
And
Spanish.
yes, and then
Then
you
you
can
get
do that.
you get upside down question marks.
Yes.
So the question going both ways, or
No,
okay, anyway.
I think they're just introducing, hey, now a question is coming for the ones who don't know. And then you already know how to also
Ah,
intonate your voice and stuff. So it's actually not that
okay, so it's
stupid.
like a caption, like a commas in mathematics for the question to summarize that
Yes,
the question.
exactly. Also with the exclamation points with hola, it's the same thing. We're using everything, but just simple points, no. Just question and exclamation points. Yes.
No, okay.
So
All right.
we already had the translation for hola. Does that mean again?
Hello.
Hello. Same thing here. What do you think I'm asking then?
¿Cómo estás? ¿Qué tal? What's your name? Where'd you come from?
No, but good guess. This is how are you in two different ways.
Ah, okay. The slash is okay. All right.
Yeah. So, ¿cómo estás is literally how are you doing? And
Okay.
qué tal is a bit more informal. So that's the difference between the two of them. ¿Cómo estás is very formal. ¿Qué tal is the informal one. And they also don't have to answer so much in theory. So this is how are you doing?
The first one.
How are you doing? And the other one is more like what's up, I guess, something like that.
¿Qué tal? ¿Qué
¿Qué?
tal?
¿Qué tal?
¿Qué?
Right. Q and U is pronounced like K, like K.
Okay. ¿Qué tal?
Hmm.
Like vibes, ¿qué tal? Okay.
That's cartel, but no, but it's the same sound, yes.
All right.
Okay. And what do you think would the answer be?
Estoy bien. I'm just going to guess and say I'm fine. And then the next one is, how about you?
Exactly. So I'm good, I'm fine, and you. In this lesson, we're not going to worry about every single part of the sentences because, especially in these first conversations, it's pretty much more important that you're just getting into already speaking something. And then later on, we talk about how phrases are formed and stuffs like that.
Going to be a long journey. I'm pretty stupid.
Doesn't seem like it. Okay. And what do you think is A then answering?
Estoy bien también. Phew.
Mhm.
So I'm fine. So I unfamiliar with the words, but just by logic, estoy bien. I'm fine. Thanks for asking. Or thanks.
I'm
También
fine as well.
as well. Okay.
Yes.
También. So
También.
también is as well.
Exactly.
Okay. I'm fine as well. Okay. También. Never heard that one.
It's not necessary that you say it. It's just um yeah, it's just an example conversation. You don't really have to say también. It's also fine if you say bien, but that would be very
Okay.
informal again. So just so you see it, another conversation could be if we're now concentrating on that qué tal, then the answer would just maybe be bien. And then it's over if I
So
don't
what's
ask you
up?
back. Mm-hmm.
Bien would just be
Good.
well.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Bien. Could tell well. Okay.
I'm gonna put that into parentheses because it's very not so polite. If I ask you qué tal and you just say bien, then I'm like, oh, okay, later.
Awesome.